It's been around a week since the Xbox 360 Halo servers were shut down for good, and it's finally starting to set in for me that a big part of these games is now gone forever. We're fortunate enough that Master Chief Collection still exists, but those original games were special to a lot of us, and I wanted to share some thoughts for the games that journeyed into the howling dark and never returned. I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments. I first got into Halo with Halo 3. It was my 10th birthday, and that morning I'd unwrapped an Xbox 360 Elite with a copy of Just Cause 2. After school, my parents took me into town to purchase a copy of Modern Warfare 2, and when I got to that game station, I found a pre-owned copy of Halo 3 on sale for 50p. I didn't know what it was, but I had to have it. And so, that day, I went home with copies of Modern Warfare 2 and Halo 3. We all know of Modern Warfare 2's legacy, but at this point in time, Halo 3 was a peculiar beast. This was 2010. Bungie was gearing up to release their swan song with Halo Reach, and the mainstream was all about Modern Warfare 2 at the time. I was no different. Modern Warfare 2 was the game that me and my friends played, and Halo 3 was a game I explored on my own. There's a massive part of me that wishes I could have been 17 in 2010, to have experienced the rise of the Halo series in tandem with Xbox Live, and truly believe. I was late to the party. And unfortunately for me, the Halo 3 ship was almost done sailing by the time I got to it. There was magic there though. Multiplayer lobbies were still full of the camaraderie and rivalries of years prior. Custom games with the likes of Fat Kid and Infection were a common occurrence, and every day was another hope to get a message from some gamertag you'd never seen before asking you to join. Then there was Forge. This was my initial love in Halo. Days of my life have been spent in Foundry, working on projects that at the time were the biggest thing to me, and now are memories so distant they are almost forgotten. I vividly remember that one trick where you could make objects float by saving and quitting. But that wasn't all. The multiplayer was its own beast. Big team battle on Valhalla, driving the elephant on Sandtrap, talking shit with people you'd never cross again. I hope they're doing okay. Current day Halo is fantastic, but it just isn't the same, because old Halo was a social experience unto itself. Halo 2 was Xbox Live at the time. Halo 3 pushed so many social elements: Forge, custom games, theatre, and the absurd sandbox that meant a cool moment to show your friends was almost a guarantee, every single day. I very vaguely remember those days, but damn do I miss them. What I would give to stick with the same Muppets and form rivalries throughout matches again. What I would give to experience the magic of custom games I'd never heard of with strangers for the first time again. I think a little part of us all would give anything to go back to those simpler days. Halo 3 may be almost forgotten in my mind, but I certainly remember Reach. Halo Reach remains my favourite Halo game to this day. I was late to the Halo 3 party. With Reach, I was right on time. I only have one solid memory of the build up to Reach, and that was watching the Forge World Vidoc almost every day after school. Those 6 minutes were just pure magic. Bungie always had this commitment to making Halo bigger than the sum of its parts, and Halo 3 proved it. But Halo Reach was a gift to the fans that sought to make Halo bigger than it could ever be. The campaign was a special tale that showed me that not every game needs to have a happy ending. I recently replayed through all of the Halo games, and nothing beats the moment when you are told to survive in the end. The Forge tools were nuts, custom games were bigger and better than ever before, and community game modes became staples. Infected was the core of Halo Reach for me. I'm sure I've met some of you a lifetime ago in that vent on Sword Base. Even 10 years later, my Spartan looks as badass as ever, and the memories of that journey came flooding back. They really were the days of not a care in the world, when everyone was on Halo and games felt a little more fun than they do now. And goddamn do I miss those days. I'm sure you do too. My Xbox friends list is a graveyard of all the friendships I've made whilst playing Halo. Some of those people are still around, playing to this day, but most are bookended by a last online years ago phrase. It seems silly that a world map going dark could bring so many of us to tears, but those lights were us. They were the friends and enemies enjoying Halo, sharing cool creations and embracing the madness. Today, Halo is a different beast. It's still great, but not the greatness it once was. Halo Infinite is a great game, but it is not the social experience Halo was built on. I think we all knew this though, because right before the servers went dark forever, the Halo community got together for one final effort, a night of blasting shotguns in Infected, crashing Warthogs on Valhalla, and building the impossible in Foundry. Friendships and rivalries were reignited one last time, and we all got to see Halo off into the howling darkness. The Master Chief Collection still exists, and I'm so grateful that it does. It's different though. We're older, the world has changed. We can't go back to those days. Those memories will always live with us. Halo will always be special, and it will never die. For now, it's just missing in action.
One of them contains the mapper.
I forgot the password.
Okay.